Hello, everybody. Welcome on into the stream. Stream number 2 on this lovely Sunday. Ready for some baseball. We're in the off season. It's exciting times. We have 4 games for you today. We're going to check out Yankees, Red Sox. You know what? Let's just jump in. I don't need to give you the whole rigmarole. We can go over that. I have to find the correct screen, but that's about that. All these games got completed, yeah, because the Mariners are always the last game to go, just in case. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Yankees, Red Sox leading us off. The rivalry of MLB. And it's game 1 of 4 today. We also have the Rockies taking on the Mets. Yes, that's right. We're going to go ahead and focus on the Mets for the 3rd straight day. They are 0-6. Can they win a game? When they win a game, I'll stop watching. Royals, Twins, and Cardinals Brewers to round us out. Happy Sunday. Thanks to those of you who are hanging out. Thanks to those of you who joined me for Fallout New Vegas earlier today. Had a great time playing that game. Do I want this to end quickly and efficiently so I can play more for tomorrow's video? Kind of. A little bit. 2 teams, 4-2. I probably should have looked to see where the. Okay. So they do hold the logos on there for a little longer. That way, the shots aren't always the thumbnails aren't always the same. But 2 teams, 4-2. I'd imagine at the top of the AL East. I don't know what you'd have. What Blue Jays, Rays, Orioles. That would be the other team. And I'd imagine that there's a bit of a cluster there. As we get set, we had the Yankees on the other day, and they were the game of the week with the Orioles, so that's exciting. Hopefully we get a good one here. Boston Red Sox, Christian Liu, this center fielder. Justin Smoke at first base. Jason Hayward, the right fielder. Carlos Lee in left. Adrian Beltre at third. Jorge Cantu. Canto? At the DH spot. Blake DeWitt at second. Benji Molina, the catcher, and Jason Bartlett, the shortstop. As we get set for today's first game. Rodrigo Lopez this season has 1 loss, an ERA of 6 in 1 game, 3 innings, 5 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts on the season. There's your New York Yankees defensive lineup. Incredible Game 7 yesterday. Talked a little bit about it during the Fallout stream. I caught... let's see. That game started at 5. And the Washington State-Oregon State game started at 4:30. And I don't know what genius tricked CBS into putting that into prime time, because that was one of the ugliest games I have ever watched. Just gross. Like, yes, defenses played well and made nice plays, but the offenses were anemic and didn't really seem to know what the heck was going on. So after I very irritatingly watched that game, I must have tuned in the 8th, I would guess. I saw the game tying home run, and I saw all of the extras where I was watching the John Boy stream on the big TV, and then I was like, oh, I know a site that I can use to watch the game live, and then I had to try and sync it up, which was kind of a pain because I thought the stream that I was watching was further behind than the stream that they were watching. It was a whole thing. 1-2. And this will be lined out, or flied out to left for 1 away. I believe this is the first time we have visited Yankee Stadium today. As I clicked the wrong button. This year. I said today, but... Yankees? No, it's the second time. We had the Guardians playing the Yankees back on April 4th. And then we did watch the Yankees in Baltimore. That is hit hard, but foul up the first base line. Some absolutely incredible photos coming out of that Game 7 yesterday as this one's fouled up the right side. How close the Blue Jays were to winning the World Series. You had that ridiculous play in center field where I thought the left fielder was severely injured, but thankfully wasn't. One away and an 0-2 count. Gets him. I was wondering. You see that catcher set up in the other batter box, and you wonder if it's going to be one of those pitches that just kind of drifts inside. Caught that outside corner of the plate. An accidentally beautiful pitch for out number 2. Jason Hayward stepping in here for the Red Sox. That pitch is low. Both teams with bases loaded situations. Just an absolutely insane, wild game. Congratulations to the Dodgers. The AL East will be fun next year. I think Blue Jays Yankees games will be a lot of fun. I know the Yankees had the Blue Jays had the Yankees number. That one fouled away. And so did Boston till the last 2 series that they met. And then all of a sudden the Yankees were able to flip the script. They won the final series and then they won the series in the playoffs. More importantly. But just they could not get away from the Blue Jays. 2-2 with 2 out here as the pitcher is ready. Winds and fires. Hayward's going to get under this one. And the left fielder drifts under it for out number 3. So a quick top of the first for the Boston Red Sox. We're going to look at this Yankees lineup. We already have, by the way, there's already like, the MLB, the counts, is like 143 days. I'm like, you guys got to settle down. It's all right. It's okay for us to enjoy yesterday's game. Brandon Phillips at second base. Center fielder Marlon Byrd. First baseman Prince Fielder. Hank Blaylock at designated hitter. Jason Bay is in left field. Miguel Tejada, the shortstop. Cody Ross, right fielder. Casey Blake at third. And Giovanni Soto, the catcher. Your lineup for the Yankees. Only the 2 lefties. They go back to back. So I'm guessing it'll be a left-handed pitcher here. Or the Yankees just don't have a ton of lefties to work with. I don't know how advanced the scouting is going to be in 2011. It is a right-handed pitcher. Clay Buchholz, 1-0. 1 game, 3 innings. Kind of zeros all over the place. No walks, no hits, no strikeouts, but no ERA. But a win? Weird. Brandon Phillips will lead off for the Yankees. 462 average and 1 stolen base. I thought about it, but that pitch stayed high and outside. Ball 1. That pitch is in for strike 1. Pretty hittable location, but just watches it go by. Pitcher winds and fires that just outside for ball 2. So the Yankees batter thought about that first pitch, but it was absolutely held back that check swing. The last 3 he's just looked at. A couple of them look like they've been in pretty hittable locations. And a good eye there on the 2-2 to fill up the count. Here comes the payoff pitch. Fouled away. We'll do it again. That pitch fouled away as well. Remains 3-2. I'm going to make sure to pop the chat correctly. This one is going to be lined out to left center field. Center fielder gets over and holds him to a single, but a good job there. Held the bat on his shoulder for like 5 pitches. Well, he went for the check swing, then looked at 4 more. 2 fouls, and finally able to get on plane with one. Out to center field, and one on, nobody out. That is hit out to left, so back-to-back hits on back-to-back pitches. The Yankees are in business. 2 on, nobody out. For Prince Fielder. Not the best batting average in the world, but obviously still early. It's only game number 7. Catcher does a good job to block that one out front. It bounces toward the pitcher. And they're able to hold the runners at first and second. One and 0 to Fielder. A batter that you don't want to fall behind, and a batter you don't want to have traffic against. One and 1. Got the low part of the zone on that last pitch. Sets and fires. Fielder, good eye to take ball 2. Nods his head yes, and here comes the 2-1. That is going to be foul up the third base line. Two and 2. And a swing and a miss. Got him to swing over the top of it. Fielder set down for out number 1. Now a ground ball double play, and the Boston Red Sox can get out of this. Righty fires. Again in the dirt. Same way he started the previous lefty. Drop that pitch in the dirt, and we get the same animation. The shake of the head on second. That one is lifted to the third baseman. Infield fly rule. So a nice job by this Boston Red Sox pitcher. 2 hits on back-to-back pitches. Settled down, got a strikeout, got a pop-out, and a real opportunity to get out of this inning. However, we have seen teams have trouble when they only get 1 out at a time, and that is what we have here. It's just the 1 out. It's 1 out on the strikeout. It's 1 out on the pop-out. That one sails high, 2-0. That one misses, 3-0. So the Boston pitcher has fallen behind the last 3 batters. It's no hands. That one's inside and walks the bases loaded. Almost hit him, but didn't. And Buchholz's in a real jam now. Miguel Tejada That 444 average stepping in. That one stays high. Ball 1. This is batter, what, 6? He's fallen behind the last 4 with a 1-0 count. Immediately fallen behind. He is going to line that up the left field line, and it is foul. That one misses low, 2-1. That one misses low, 3-1. This is a long first inning for the Boston Red Sox defensively. That one misses outside. It's going to walk in the first run of the game. Oh my goodness. 1-0 New York. And he falls behind this batter. Whoa. Red Sox manager, come get your pitcher. He is not throwing the ball well. That one in for a strike on the inside part of the plate. Here comes the 1-1. Catcher sets up inside. Gotta throw some strikes here. Yankees don't have any reason to swing the bat right now. 2 walks in a row. 2 hits. 2 outs. 2 walks. This one's out to center field. Center fielder gauges it correctly. Puts out the third man, and Boston survives a bit of a scare. It is 1-0. Lee, Beltre, and Cantu coming up. Carlos Lee getting things started for us here at the top of the second. Knocked in a couple of runs with a 444 average. No home runs yet. See what kind of response the Red Sox can muster here. They didn't look great in the top of the first. A couple outs went to left field and a really nice strikeout for the Yankees pitcher. That one gets the inside part of the plate for strike 1. That one off the inside of the bat, and the third baseman's going to be able to, or has the room, I should say. That'll bring in Adrian Beltre. A couple of stolen bases on the season. Batting .300 in the early goings. It's only game number 7 for these teams. Beltre puts a big swing into that one, but foul to the opposite side. That one hits him. Beltre is going to get on base. Okay. Get a little action from the dugout. Beltre pushing the catcher away. I wonder what year they took out those types of animations, or if they're even in the PS3 version. Because I don't think that they are in the current gen stuff at all. Very quickly, another out. This Boston Red Sox team cannot get the bat on the ball. That is the fourth put out in the field. And that one comes on the first pitch after a walk. Or a hit by pitch, excuse me. That one misses. High and outside. Ball one. Two gone as that one clips the outside part of the plate. Big swing on that one. Strike two. One ball, two strikes, one on and two out. That one misses inside. Here comes the 2-2. This one will be lined out to center, or flied out to center. And that will do it. So, the Red Sox get a couple of really weak pieces of contact for outs. They get a hit by pitch and then a swing that you just can't get away from the defender. Blake, Soto, and Phillips coming to the plate for the Yankees, who lead 1-0. So we go to the bottom of the second. That one misses high and outside. That one is crushed out to left, but a diving stop for out number one. A terrific play to limit that. I guess being out. Probably a double, maybe? That gets by him. Could be more. It's a big out, big left field out there. Giovanni Soto batting .714. Now, he is at the bottom of the order, so he doesn't always get at bats. So those stats might be a little inflated. But they also did have the extra innings game and put up 8 against the Orioles, so maybe that kind of brings it more in balance. Fouled away. Winds and fires, misses well outside. One and two. That one misses high. 2-2. That one called strike 3 at the bottom of the zone. Soto set down on strikes, and it is a strike. Got him with a four-seam at 90. 0 inches of break, just kind of locked him up a little bit. Brandon Phillips 1 for 1, a single and a run. He's averaging .500 on the season. That's a pretty solid stat for a leadoff. We've seen some leadoff guys who just cannot get anything going. That pitch misses low. And yet again, this is it. Buchholz falls behind the. He falls behind again. He has fallen behind so many of these. This is batter number 10, he's got to be starting with a 1-0 count. 7 out of these 10 guys? Maybe even 8 out of the 10? Swing and a miss under that one. Good location. So 2-1 with 2 away here in the top of the second. Or bottom of the second. That one misses way low, 3-1. That pitch misses inside, ball 4. Another walk issued. And Marlon Byrd will step in. I believe that's the 3rd walk he's issued today. That one is off the end of the bat. Shortstop fires over. And that is out number 3. So a much better effort by the Boston pitcher with 2 outs. He took his hat off to reveal a different hat. He's a 2-hat man. We're going top 3. Benji Molina, 286 average with 1 home run, couple RBI so far. Lines and fires, pulls it foul at the third base line. 0-1. That one's inside to even things out. Swings over the top of that one. And hits that one foul. One and 2. Swing and a miss on the inside. Tied him up and he couldn't get the bat to it to even just try and stay alive. Pitch well off the plate. 88 mile an hour 4-seam fastball. Very late on that swing timing. 1 down. Jason Bartlett steps in. The bottom of the lineup for the Boston Red Sox. That will be lined out to left. It'll get to the wall. He'll round the corner. Left fielder fires in. Strong throw, but just a touch late. And it's a doubled first hit of the day for the Boston Red Sox. Puts a runner in scoring position and looking to tie this game up in the top of the 3rd. It is easily the best contact the Boston's had. Most of their contact has been off the inside of the bat or the very tip of the bat, and very easy outs for the Yankees. So the lefty, or the switch hitter, I believe, steps in. 1 on, 1 out. 1-0 game and gets the call at the bottom of the zone. Strike 1. That one. I don't think that was. Must have been called in a check swing, but they don't have the animation that they do where they point at the bat. I don't think that was on. I think that was too far inside. 0-2. That one gets away from the catcher. The runner does not advance and then very late back to the bag. All of that very weird. And he fouls it away to stay alive. misses low. Should even things up at 2-2. It does indeed. 1 on, 1 out. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. This is going to be flied out to right field. We'll see if they want to tag up and send him to third. They do. Right fielder fires in. It looks like it's pretty slow from second to third, but throws it into the well. That's going to score a run. The two most bizarre runs we've seen all season happening in the same game. We haven't seen a run walked in yet, and we haven't seen a run that got thrown into the camera well, it looked like, and it is a 1-1 game. Yankees Red Sox, are they going to be the game of the week just in their utter bizarreness? I don't know why you're being so aggressive. It wasn't the fastest batter from second to third, but it is out number 2. You have to get some air under it. If it's in the infield, it's more than likely going to be out number 3. There have been some bobbles at shortstop and second in this game, a little more frequently than you would anticipate. This one will be popped into the air. Center fielder walks under it and gets it. What could be game over for the Yankees instead is a 1-1 game. They don't even call it an error, which I think is interesting. Fielder, Blaylock, Bay coming up for the Yankees' bottom 3. Prince Fielder struck out his first time up. Drops his average to 182. It was at 200. Takes that pitch high for a strike. That pitch outside. So again, Buchholz just continues to fall behind hitters. Yes, it's a 1-1 count. Never mind. Thought it was 2-0. Now he falls behind a hitter anyway. All he had to do was delay by sentence until he pitched the next pitch, and it would have been accurate. He continues to fall behind hitters. 2-1. That one off the end of the bat. Foul up the first base line. Double taps the dirt. That one right back to the pitcher. Soft toss over to first, and that'll be out number 1. I think Boston would take this result if it meant that they were able to shut down big Prince Fielder, a big left-handed hitter. He's 0 for 2, a strikeout, and a very weak chopper to the pitcher. Bottom 3. That one got under it. Pops it to the second baseman. That'll be out number 2. Jason Bay worked a walk in his first at-bat. I don't know if worked a walk is a fair statement. I mean, the pitcher for Boston was so bad in the first inning. Big swing and a miss on that one. That pitch is outside. Winds and fires. That one hit third base side. Scoops and fires over to first, and that is out number 3. So we're heading to extras. Improbably, it feels. 1-1. Hayward, Lee, and Beltre coming up for the Boston Red Sox. That one up the third baseline, foul. 0-1. Winding, fires, misses inside for ball one. Pitcher readies. Fires that one low. That pitch misses high. Three and one. Pitcher readies, fires. That one's in for strike two, full count. A little surprised that we don't see a little more aggression out of that Red Sox hitter. This game loves a 3-1 count. That'll be hit to the second baseman. Fired over to first and closer than you might anticipate. Carlos Lee, 0 for 1 on the day. That is scorched into right field. The PlayStation 2 doesn't even know what to do with it. Into the corner. The right fielder with a strong arm throw to second. It's late. Just late. It was a closer play than you might anticipate. Especially with how bad that, how choppy that looked. I mean, that was a base level, like, PS2 problem. Adrian Beltre was hit by a pitch. Opportunity now to drive in the go-ahead run at the top of the fourth. One away. That is hit to the shortstop. Fires over to first, and Beltre is out. One pitch, one swing, one out. Jorge Cantu steps in. Two away with a runner on second. That pitch in for a strike right at the top of the zone. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Very quickly 0-2. Two out and a runner on second. Here's the pitch. It is swung on and missed. 3 straight strikes to set him down. The threat is ended and it stays 1-1. Tejada, Ross, and Blake coming up for the New York Yankees in the bottom of the fourth. And the Boston Red Sox will bring in a new pitcher, Guillermo Mota. One game with a 1-0 record. No saves. No ERA. He has one out. One recorded out. No walks, no strikeouts. So it's just a fly out, ground out, pop out, whatever. That one's fouled away. That one's in for a strike. If you're a Boston fan and you're watching this, I think you're relieved considering how poorly the starter pitched. Quick 2 strikes for this batter. Has to defend. Gets it off the end of the bat to third base and fires over. for out number 1. Neither team's been particularly good with the bat today. New York's run got walked in. Boston's run was an overthrow into the camera well that advanced the runner from third to home. Pretty decent contact on that one, but well. Foul. That's foul. No, that's foul. 0-1. That one is scooped nicely by the first baseman. He'll run over to step on the bag, and it's out number 2. Two gone here in the bottom of the 4th, fouled away. Up the first base side into the crowd. 0-1. That one's fouled off as well. Readies and fires. Swing and a miss. That'll set the Yankees down. We are going to the top half of the 5th in a game that I thought was going to be over. And honestly probably should. One errant throw and we're tied. Blake DeWitt steps in. 286 average on the season, 1 RBI. So here we go, top of the 5th. That's in for a strike. That is swung on and missed way under that one. If he gets any kind of contact on that, it is probably going straight up. 0-2. That one misses low for ball 1. One and 2 stays outside to even things up at 2-2. That one is hit to first base. Steps on the bag, and it's out number 1. Benji Molina for 1 with a strikeout on the day. Steps in with 1 gone here in the top half of the 5th. That one misses outside. That pitch is thought about, but held back. Count improves to 2-0. So I was definitely correct the other day when we saw that one pitcher keep doing the little animation for the rosin bag or whatever it is. Because 14 here just keeps stepping. Steps forward. And ready. That made that game last so much longer. 3-0. That one is rolled over, but the shortstop picks it up. It's on a hop and out number 2. Jason Bartlett had the double and the run scored on the errant throw into the camera well. Again, I'm surprised that is not qualified as an error. That one stays high, 1-0. That is foul up the third base line. 1-1. And foul again. 1-2. That pitch outside for ball 2. That one is hit to left. Okay, they got that weird animation where the animation is either full run or like it looks like they're just walking over. Soto, Phillips, and Bird coming up for the Yankees here in the bottom half. Giovanni Soto. I feel like I pointed out that he had a good average, and then he went over earlier. That one gets that corner of the zone, and it's 0-1. Fouled away. Fires that one outside. One and two. Swing and a miss. So Soto now 0 for 2 on the day, and the pitching change really working out for the Boston Red Sox. Brandon Phillips 1 for 1. He has a single, a walk, and a run scored. That one misses low. Of course, as soon as I say, hey, this pitching change has really worked out, it's not the cleanest of pitches. 1-1 on the foul ball. 1-1 with 1 out in a 1-1 game. That one misses low and inside. That one is swung on and missed at the bottom part of the zone. And fouled away to stay alive. Count remains 2-2. Fouled away, stay alive yet again. Long at bat here. That is foul again. 3 straight foul balls. That one misses to fill it up. That's a good eye and a good job there, because you get into that auto swing mode. It's 3 straight foul balls. Goes with a movement pitch to the outside. Good eye to take for ball 3. 3-2. 1 away. That one is weakly hit to the third base side. Fired strongly across. And out number 2. So Marlon Byrd, the last chance for the Yankees in this bottom half of the 5th. That one is weakly hit. Second baseman to first. That is out. So we will head to the top of the 6th. Only 2 hits for each team. 1 run. Neither of them earned. You smoke, and I did not catch that third batter. Lou. That pitch is in. Strike 1. Yankees still working with their starter, showing that even though you change every single pitcher in the game's stats to 0, doesn't matter. That is hit up the third base side, foul. If only had a few good pieces of contact here and there. That one's fouled off as the crowd yells easy out here. That one stays high for a ball. That one misses low and inside. That one misses low and outside. Count is full to Lou. That is fouled away to stay alive. Full count, nobody out. Trying to bop all the cords under my desk at once. That one. Just a little bloop shot to the left. Nice job there to fight that one off. Goes opposite field. And the Red Sox have a batter or a runner on. It's to be interesting to see how aggressive they are. I don't know what kind of speed he has. We can take a look at it though. By pushing the pause button. His speed's about 50. It's a graph, not a number. The number that you see under or next to is the jersey number. I definitely have gotten fooled by that. I prefer the numbered stat because I don't know what your graphs or bars. Not helpful. Not helpful in the way that you think it's helpful. That one is fouled away. That one misses outside. Nice job by this Boston Red Sox hitting. This would be the 3rd time through the order, which we don't typically get to, but 2 hits, a hit batter. This is the 3rd time seeing this right-handed pitcher. 1-1. 2-2. Darn. Took a stab at it. 2-2. That one is hit well, but foul. That one's fouled away to stay alive. That one's way inside to fill up the count. And a swing and a miss sets him down for out number 1. Jason Hayward 0 for 2. 333 average on the season. An opportune time to pick up a hit now. I'm guessing that unless it's really deep, you're just advancing that runner from first to third. They have not put him in motion. That one's fouled away. That one misses low. One's all over the place. A 1-1 count in a 1-1 game with one out and one on. And that pitch misses for a ball. So 2-1. I think it's been super competitive. Looks like he really wants that ground ball double play. They're going for the steal. The throw is in time. The slides in this game really seem to crush the runner's momentum. I don't think it was a good jump. It was a good throw, but he was out by a step. A step, maybe two. And it's 3-1. Big count for Hayward here. That is going to right field and gone. Oh my goodness. What should have been a 2-run home run. A 2-run home run with one out. It's instead a solo shot with two out. Boston takes the lead on easily the best swing of the day. Wow. What a turn. That's the gamble. Try to get him into scoring position, so if that doesn't get over the wall, you get the run. But it's that third time through the order as that ball is fair into the corner, just fair. Left fielder picks it up, wings it into second base. Very late on that one. And that will cause them to bring in Jason Bolger. Zeros. Yeah, I got the name right. Zeros everywhere, making his season debut. 2 outs, a runner on second for Adrian Beltre. Is 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch today. That pitch just does get the bottom of the zone. It looked pretty dangerous, but it ended up being pretty solid. 0-1. Can't imagine that they put that runner in second in motion. Instead, they go with that same pitch. Beltre rolls over it, and that is out number 3. Solo shot for Boston gives them the lead. And we are heading to the bottom of the 6th. Fielder, Blaylock, and Bay coming to the plate for the Yankees. Prince Fielder. That one is hit to the second baseman. Sliding stop. Fires over to first and very quickly one away. One pitch, one swing, one sliding grab, and one out. Hank Blaylock, 0 for 2. He also has a 182 average. Both lefties with the same average. What I thought was going to be kind of a power spot for these Yankees coming in when I saw that it was going to be a right-handed pitcher. They haven't really done anything. That one's a little low, so ball 1. That pitch is in high for a strike. What's that? Just gets the corner. Big swing and a miss for strike 2. That pitch misses outside. Good eye by the lefty. So 2-2. That pitch misses. 3-2. That one is off the end of the bat and skied over to third base. That'll be out number 2. Kind of jammed him there. It was one of those funky pitches. Catcher set up way toward the inside. Looked like it kind of drifted back over the plate. Now there are 2 away here for the New York Yankees, as I'll take that for ball number 1. There is a screamer down the line. That one is fair. It'll go for a double. So the left fielder gathers it at the wall, slides in safely to second. So a runner on second here with 2 gone. That one gets the bottom of the zone for a strike. That one misses low. That's why. That one is off the end of the bat. Third baseman covers. Fires to first, and that is your ball game. We go all the way through 6 innings. Boston with one of the weirder wins we'll see all season, I would guess, simply because it was a throw into the well with 2 outs in the third. Or 1 out in the third. No, 2 outs in the third. Because he caught it. They advanced the runner from second to third. Fired into the cutoff guy. Cutoff guy sailed it. Just gone. Out of here. Jason Hayward, 1 for 3 with a home run. Your player of the game. Knocked in 2 runs. So credit to him, which explains why he is the player of the game. Guillermo Mota gets the win. He improves to 2-0. Rodrigo Lopez, 0-2. Hayward, first home run of the season. All right. So 2-1 your final. Boston over New York. Hayward to go ahead in the top of the 6th. A solo home run. Okay. Let's move on to game number 2. I was trying to see how long some of these other videos have been. Just get an idea. Am I going to have time to make another video tonight? Let's go. All right, let's stay in New York. We are going to watch the 0-6 Mets. Have we watched them for now 3 days in a row? Yes, we have. The Colorado Rockies coming to town. The Mets 0-6. They lost in some weird ways here. As we jump into our second of 4 games today. Thanks everybody for watching. Hanging out. Appreciate it. A lovely little Sunday evening stream. If you are enjoying the content, I'm live at 6 p.m. Pacific Time, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. I will be live Wednesday, episodes 5 and 6 of Dispatch. So check that out if you would like to see that. The Rockies 4-3. The Mets, like I keep mentioning, they are winless. They are 0-6, getting ready to get things set here in the other part of New York. But the Yankees are in the Bronx. The Mets are in Shea Stadium? I don't know. New York Mets. Arena Stadium, Citi Field, Flushing, New York. Okay. All right, here's the Colorado Rockies starting lineup. At center fielder, Shane Victorino. Left fielder, Juan Rivera. Torrey Hunter in right field. Mark Reynolds at third base. Rocco Baldelli. Whoa, Rocchio Baldelli? What? Designated hitter, Jake Fox at first. Bill Hall at second. Stephen Drew with the shortstop. And John Jaso, the catcher. Rocchio Baldelli. Like the, until recently, the Twins manager? Jamie Garcia has a 9 ERA with 1 loss this season in 1 game. 2 innings pitched, 5 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts on the season for him. Hunter Pence out there in right. Dustin Pedroia. Yolandensky Betancourt. Looking at your New York Mets defensive lineup. Shane Victorino getting things started here for the Colorado Rockies. Playing pretty well in the NL West at 4-3. Lefty nods his head yes. And a bunt. Foul. With a just a little training and like a lack of swearing. Thank you, I appreciate it. Ooh, this one is scorched out to center field, but not enough. Victorino puts some good wood on it, but it is out number 1. Juan Riviera, no average, no home runs, 1 RBI. Lefty winds and fires. That one's in for a strike. Nice pitch in the zone there. Oh, 1. That one, that's a nice job getting to that ball. That's an ugly part of the outfield for New York. There's no way that still exists, right? Just an ugly right field wall. Torrey Hunter, 182 average, 1 RBI so far. That pitch stays just a little high for ball 1. It's going to be a tough lineup to get through for this left-handed pitcher. Big old string of righties before 2 lefties at the very bottom. That one is lined, crushed out to center field. The center fielder makes the grab. 2 nice plays out in center for the New York Mets. And it's 2 away. Mark Reynolds. They're either getting a hit or they're flying out to center fielder. Or heck, start a rated R broadcast company where the announcers can just curse up a storm. I mean, you could do that. Strike on the outside corner. But it's all about the branding and how do you get advertisements when you say bad words. And I mean specifically the advertisements that sports leagues want. That pitch gets away from the catcher and the runner will advance to second. So much, watch and listen to plenty of stuff that curses that has advertisements, but so a runner in scoring position now for Colorado, and they're going to make him pay with a ball out to right. They're going to hold the runner at third. That is Pence out in right field. So it'll be runners on the corners. That is Rocco Baldelli. Wow. Wow. 2 on, 2 outs. Big swing and a miss. They want to market to children, even though it's a bunch of players yelling curse words at each other. It's family entertainment. One and one. After that pitch misses low. Lefty's ready and fires. That one is ground out to the third baseman. Went the short way to second. And even though Colorado puts up 2 hits, they can't score any runs. So the Mets will come up with a tie game. Leadoff hitter, Denard Span in center fielder. Yulineski Betancourt, the shortstop, follows him. Pablo Sandoval over at third. Aubrey Huff at first. Hunter Pence in right field. Connor Jackson in left field. Dustin Pedroia at second. Ramon Castro at catcher. Ramon Santiago, the designated hitter, a switch hitter at the bottom of the lineup. Left, right, switch left. Huff hasn't been doing anything. I think Aubrey Huff might have a 0 average with like a run batted in on a sacrifice fly. Eric Bedard, 1 win, no losses, a 2.25 ERA. 1 game of 4 innings, 4, 1, 2. Hits, walks, strikeouts? Yes. 4 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. In the World Series, they always focused on batter's face after a strikeout, just in time to catch the F. Yeah. It's great when you just see like just a big like. It's awesome. So a lefty starting for both sides as the first baseman dives. Oh, just over the top of it. If you can't hear it, they didn't say it, though. Dove out of the frame. Just like that. And hey, the Mets getting off to a good start. They're 0-6. Comeback starts now. Going to be really difficult for the Mets to overcome an 0-6 start. That one's going to get to the wall. That one got real funky there because it hit the wall and shot all the way back. Catcher missed it both coming in from the pitcher and off of the brick wall behind him. So 1-0, and now they have a runner in scoring position. That one's down in left. They will send him around third. Here comes the throw. It's cut off as he slides in safe. 1-0 New York. We've seen this story before. New York gets out to a 1-0 lead, then they give out up in heartbreaking fashion. But Pablo Sandoval steps in. I'd be curious if we had the Mets at home yet. That pitch missed low. Mets. We had them early, I thought. Yeah, we did. It was literally the second game of the season. They played the Phillies here in New York. That one rolled over. The second baseman dives over it, and they're going first to third. Fires in from right field. He is out. Nice throw from the right fielder. And there's that slide. It's really early. Like every slide in this game feels like it's so early and kills any bit of momentum that a runner would have. So, hey, a great throw. And there it is, Aubrey Huff. This is your left-handed power masher, your bases clearing guy. There's a better term for it that I don't remember. Cleanup hitter is probably the word that I'm looking for. And zeros. Just straight zeros. So Mets, they have a hard time with a 6-0 start. That's true. The Mets are Metsing. I was going to say they're going to have a harder time with 0-6 because only 82 games in the season and there's only one wild card spot. But yes, they also, boy, they missed the playoffs this year, huh? Dropped $800 million or $1 billion on Juan Soto and missed the playoffs. That is rolled over to second. That's going to set up the double play. Out by about half a step, but the Mets strike first. 3 hits, 1 run. Fox, Hall, and Drew coming up for the Colorado Rockies here in the top of the second. I believe we saw them lead, the Mets lead 1-0 against Florida. And then they give up like a 6-run inning. So let's see how inning number 2 goes here. Seahawks are kicking ass right now. Yeah, I saw that. 31-7 or something. Maybe Sam Darnold wasn't, the worst quarterback in the world. Maybe it was the New York Jets. Who would have thunk? Who would have thought that maybe a quarterback shouldn't be judged based on playing for the Jets? That's weird. Ball gets the wall, but it doesn't matter. 1-1. Trying to go with that curveball again. Left it up a little bit, but it is a ball on the outside. So 2-1 here. That is foul up the first base line. Mets, Jets, Nets. Can't rhyme your team with that or you're destined to lose. Yeah. Did the Jets play this week? I know the Mets that one is right back to the pitcher. Soft toss over to first. And that is an out. So Bill Hall will step in. Because the Nets were going to have like the next super team, and then that didn't pan out. Let's see. Jets. They might be on their bye. They are. What about the Nets? NETS. They lost by 24. Okay. Well, great. To the Philadelphia 76ers. Oh, the Brooklyn Nets are 0-6. Wow. Okay. Did not realize that. Nice hit there for Colorado. Who's even on the Brooklyn Nets these days? Michael Porter? Okay. So 1 on, 1 out here. That one is in. Whoops. Oh, and 1 with 1 out. That one fouled away. A little swing happy here for Colorado. If you're just patient, I'm sure the Mets will give you a 2-run home run. Nice play over to third and around the horn to end the top half of the second. I love the shortstop just like turning and watching. 3 hits apiece, but just the 1 run for New York. As we will head to the bottom half of the second. I don't know why that graphic is all messed up. I'm hoping that they release a patch for this game. 15 years later, or 15 years and 3 console generations later. So we'll go bottom 2 here. Hunter Pence steps in. Takes a pitch inside from the lefty. Ball 1. That one, thought about it, in for a strike either way, so probably wasn't going to do a whole lot with it. Oops. That one misses low and outside. 2-1. Ooh, that looked like a pretty hittable pitch there, Hunter Pence. It's a nice get-me-over curveball, though, for a strike. 2-2. The lefty winds, fires, and misses outside. Ball 3. Ready for the payoff pitch. And it is grounded into right field for a single. A couple of times we've seen that first baseman for Colorado dive for the ball but miss it. Connor Jackson stepping in. 111 average. That pitch way inside. I don't know why that jump back animation is so delayed. Again, you know, hopefully we get a patch. I turned all the volume down on my headphones. Big swing and a miss on that one at the bottom part of the zone. 1-1. That one misses low. That pitch misses outside. Three and one. Computer likes to be really aggressive on this count. Oh, and it got him. Comes back to the catcher as he disappears into the stands. Whoa. Everybody taking notes for what they need to patch in MLB 11, the show. Catcher seems to go through walls. Pedroia fouls that one off. That one is on the inside, diving. Second baseman misses it. And Pence has to slide into second because he got a really late start. Wasn't sure if he was going to get caught on the fly. As the pitcher stretches his shoulder out. Oh, and they're going to have to bring in a new guy. It's another lefty, George Sherrill. 3 games, no record. No saves, no ERA. 4 strikeouts in 2.2 innings, and he has not issued a walk. Comes into this game in a bit of a tricky spot. Or forced into action. Ramon Castro. A .333 average, 2 on. With just 1 out. Big swing and a miss. Trying to greet the new arm from the bullpen very rudely with that swing. Oh, man. Another big hack. And it's foul. 0-2. Runners get their leads. Winds, fires outside, just needed that a little more in. Be a huge strikeout, especially after 2 big swings and able to connect pretty decently with one that just went foul. That one is inside for a strike. Smacks his helmet in frustration as he walks away. Ramon Santiago. This inning's not over yet. Colorado's not out of it. 2 on, 2 out. Bottom second. The winless Mets ahead by 1. Big swing and a miss. The Ramones at the bottom of the lineup really trying to get a hold of one. Good eye there to take that inside for ball one. That one is hit. Second baseman covers. Fires to first. That is the inning. They hold the Mets to nothing, though the Mets have piled up 5 hits. Jaso, Victorino, and Riviera. Last chance for the Colorado Rockies. Oh, this is a good guy to have up. 625 average. Depending on how many home and away games the Colorado Rockies have, those numbers could be a little inflated. Toward the bottom of the lineup. That one foul. Oh, 0-1. Lefty. Ooh, nice curveball there. Here comes the 0-2. Well struck, but foul. Right fielder nowhere near where that ball landed. That one fouled away. Staying alive here, lefty versus lefty. That one misses well outside. There was nobody on first, so a little surprised we got that animation. But it's 1-2. Sets up inside. That one hit but foul. Swing and a miss. Got him on the outside. 1 away. The Mets are 2 outs away from picking up their first victory of the season. It's a nice pitch right on the outside part of the zone. Swing timing was early on the 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Just got him a little anxious, a little excited. That'll bring in Shane Victorino. 267 average, no home runs, no runs knocked in. Guess technically that would qualify as an RKI, but it's a batted in for RBI. Lefty winds and fires. Strike 1. That one is crushed. Oh my goodness, I jinxed it. I jinxed it so hard. Oh my gosh. A no doubter to left field. Oh, goodness gracious. That one is fouled away. Oh no. Oh no. So 0-1. That is hit to second. Scoops and fires. Out. Number 1. Or 2, excuse me. Torrey Hunter. 0 for 1 on the day. We're watching every Mets game until they win. Got a good piece of that one. That is hit up the third base side. Foul. So Torrey Hunter, foul, foul. So 0-2, 2 away. As Colorado ties it here with a 1 out in the third. That pitch way outside. Yeah, it was one of my worst jinxes yet. Big swing and a miss. Okay. So bounces back with a couple nice outs, including getting Torrey Hunter. Span, Betancourt, and Sandoval, the 1, 2, 3 of the lineup coming up for Colorado. These were the guys that were able to get the first run across. Can they do it again? Here's your guy, Denard Span. 467 average on the season. Has a run batted in. He's 1 for 1 in today's game. I believe he had the lefty-lefty matchup the first time. That pitch is inside. First game in New York went 2 extra innings. Does the second game go as well? That is smashed to third. And that is out number 1. Okay. Unieski. I kept putting an L in there. So Betancourt steps in. That one's inside for a ball. That one misses for ball 2. Lefty winds and fires. Oh, that's up the first base line. And for some reason, this game just feels like it is dying. It is going to be a single. We saw a similar problem in the other New York stadium. That. Oh my goodness. We've had some rough frame games today. You go back towards the end of that Fallout stream with all the NCR troopers. Oh my goodness. Yes, a strike at the bottom of the zone. And we've seen it now twice in this game. A hit up the line just crushing the frame rate. Look, the PS2's doing its best, everybody, okay? Cheer the PlayStation 2 on like you cheer your favorite team on. And this is a fat PS2 too, so it's not the new fancy one. This thing's been working hard for years. That one is low. I think there's a couple of stadiums that have some funky frame drops in the newer games as well. 2-1, 1 on, 1 out. That one fouled away. That one's inside. It's strike 3 on Sandoval. The new fancy PS. Yeah, the thin one. The new fancy one from, instead of from 25 years ago, it's from like 20 years ago. So here's Aubrey Huff. This is your cleanup hitter who has just straight zeros. Facing the lefty. That pitch is inside for a ball. One and one. 1 on, 2 out. Swing and a miss. Aubrey Huff might be a trade candidate for the New York Mets. You cannot have your 4-hole hitter in game number 7 without a hit. Got him on the outside. It's a strikeout. I did this. I did this. We're here because of me. I'm not playing the game. 2 outs from their first win of the season. The immediate next batter solo shot to tie the game. Okay. We're going top 4. That ball stays high for ball 1. Maybe he's their bench guy? Yeah, maybe. One count. That one's in on the inside for a strike. 1-2. That one smashed over to third. I have a hard time seeing Aubrey Huff as a bench guy. Even when he has flat zeros. In every game we've seen him in, he's had at least 2 at-bats. And it's like the 4th game that we've seen the Mets play. Baldelli punches this one out to center. The fielders really like making their stuff more dramatic than it should be. Denard Span with a nice out there. Jake Fox. Seattle 38, Washington 7. Hey, go Seahawks. They're wearing their very nice throwback uniforms. It's my favorite baseball team, the Seattle Mariners. Is my heart still broken? Yes. I woke up the next morning after that walk-off home run from George Springer. That was the first thing that my brain played to me. It hurt. One and one, 2 gone here in the top of the 4th. That one stays inside. That one will get past the diving shortstop for a single. So Colorado puts a man on in the top half of the inning here. Boy, oh boy. A second quarter for Seattle. Pretty big, huh? Passing touchdown, passing touchdown, passing touchdown. And a field goal just for fun. Sam Darnold is 21 of 24 for 330 yards. My goodness. Heartbroken as a Mariners fan? They gave me just enough hopes and dreams this year. Just enough. They somehow managed to accidentally trip their way into the second spot in the AL playoff standings. Cal Raleigh has a butt that won't quit. 0-2 with 2 outs. Lefty, readies, fires. It is hit up the third base side. He's able to grab it. The throw is in time by about a step. And that will retire the side. We're going to the bottom half of our second game in a row of extra innings. Let's be going bottom 4. The Mets can end this with a walk-off. They won't because they're the Mets. Hunter Pence, guy for the A's, and Dustin Pedroia coming up next. Hunter Pence, 1 for 1 with a single. That pitch is outside. Who's my favorite pitcher? I really like Felix Hernandez. That one. Pence gets a little under. Skies it towards center. I love King Felix. I like Munoz. Granted, closer. Brian Woosla, a lot of fun to watch as well. This year, the playoffs only take the top 4 records. Yeah, learned that the hard way, but I was doing some testing to figure out scheduling stuff for the end of the season. Mariners' bats are good. 2 solid starters. A whole heap of bullpen, and you'll be golden. But what if I told you that they relied entirely on their pitching staff and a 60 home run season from Cal Raleigh, and it still almost wasn't enough? Because let's not forget that the Mariners benefited from the Houston Astros falling apart, the Detroit Tigers falling apart, and Cleveland not being good enough throughout the whole season. Drives this one out to center. That is an out. Also, the Blue Jays kind of having the Yankees number. Dustin Pedroia steps in. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. This is the year, though, that they actually did go, make good trades at the deadline, though. Or at least were aggressive in trying to make trades. They brought in Naylor. They brought in Eugenio. So they should get some credit for that, because Cal Raleigh called him out last year or the year before. And then Justin Turner was baffled over this last offseason because they had brought him in from Toronto, I think. Going you have this once-in-a-generation bullpen and you're not doing anything to help on the offensive side? What are you doing here? Two and two away for Pedroia. Here in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch is in. Low. That is hit past the diving second baseman. Not the strongest contact, but you'll take it. The Mets don't have a lot of wiggle room, but they do have a runner on. Ooh. I think that was kind of a bad pitch. I don't know if you would go with that as a pitch out pitch, but either way, it's 1-0. 2 away, 1 on. Big swing and a miss from Castro. It'll be very fun to see what the Mariners do next year, what their off-season moves are. It'll probably be the most locked in I've ever really been on that. That is smashed out to right. Chase gives chase. It's out number 3. Oh, no. We're going to the top of the 5th. Torrey Hunter's phasing into the wall. He's gone. Oh, my goodness. The wall ate him. The Mets resorting to cheap tactics like wall eaters. Stephen Drew. That pitch is in for a strike. Oh and 1. Lefty still working here for the Mets. All it's been is lefty pitchers for this this whole game. Lefty starter for the Mets, lefty starter and reliever for the Colorado Rockies. As the lefty bat looks at a 1-1 pitch. That is outside for ball 2. We're in the top of the 5th. That one is in for a strike. That is left a little too over the plate. Good job getting the bat on the ball for a single into center field. And that will force the Mets to go to the bullpen. They'll bring in our first right-handed pitcher of the day, Chris Sampson. 2 games with an 0-1 record, an ERA of 18. 2 innings pitched, 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. But an 18 ERA is a horrifying number. That misses for a ball. Oh my goodness. That pitch misses low for a ball. It's 2-0. Oh my goodness. The Mets. That misses for ball 3. Three and 0. Oh, that one is tapped up the first base side. Oh my goodness. Lead runner advances to second. And that throw looked scary from our angle because it looked like it just kept rising on him. So the righty winds and fires. That one is hit. Second baseman gets it cleanly and fires to first out to retire the side. So the reliever does his job. That was only out number 2, my bad. Juan Riviera. Do I want to hear a joke? I don't know. Is it the New York Mets in this game going 0-6? All right, runners on third would be the go-ahead run. That pitch is outside. He's only thrown like a strike. That's pitch number 6. Most of them have been balls. That is fouled off the plate. One and one. 2 away here for the Colorado Rockies. An extra innings. That is hit up the middle. It's going to be the go-ahead run. Oh, the Mets. Oh my gosh. Torrey Hunter's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 154 average on the season. Does have a runner batted in. 18 ERA in 2 innings is only 4 runs. Not great, but not the end of the world. If he can lock in. It's off the wall. It's going to be a triple. He's given up 2 runs with 2 outs. Lock in for the rest of the season. I couldn't even finish your sentence. He hit it so hard. And he left that pitch over the plate. I don't know. But no, he's not. He's not locking in at all. That pitch misses low. Oh, and gets the call to the top of the zone. Just kind of dropped it in there for strike 3. But Colorado strikes for 2. It's going to be up to Santiago, Span, and Betancourt for the New York Mets if they want to avoid an 0-7 start. Looks like the Colorado Rockies are going to the bullpen for Jensen Lewis. Looks like he's making his season debut. A save opportunity as we look at a bunch of zeros. Ramon Santiago, 0 for 1. That is hit right to the first baseman. Caught on the fly. 1 away. Quickly 1 away. 1 for 2. A single and a run. Denard Span. That pitch missed outside. Ball 1. A bloop and a blast to tie. That is hit on the top of the ball to the shortstop. That is out number 2. So, Yuniesky Betancourt, it all comes down to you. Who do you want to win the World Series in 2026? The Seattle Mariners. That one's fouled away. They realistically would have a chance at it. They got to Game 7 of the ALCS before one of the most frustrating, that is hit into center for a single. For one of the most frustrating pitching changes it's Game 7 of the ALCS. You put in Munoz. You put in your stopper. What you do is you don't leave Brian Wu in the first place because he didn't look good in that game at all. He looked so bad. Say hey all the way. Go Giants. I'd be happy to see the Giants there. That pitch is in. I can see the Giants being in contention for the AL or the NL West. That is hit up the middle. Okay, that'll advance the runner to second. Don't you dare go to third. The Blue Jays came back because of pitching. So 2 on, 2 out. Aubrey Huff, now's your time to shine. That's foul. Up to the first base line. This is your time. This is where you can get the most important hit in the world of MLB 11 to show on the PlayStation 2. It's rolled over. It's going to go to the shortstop. He's safe. He's safe. He got a hit. It's loaded for the New York Mets. And Hunter Pence. Hunter Pence, if he could just get a little air under it, could tie this game. That is gonna do it. They should tie the game. They're sending him around third. The throw is in. Safe at home. Safe at home. Oh my goodness. Colorado blows a 2-run lead with 2 outs. Connor Jackson, an opportunity to win it. Yeah, if Seattle could have maybe beaten a 41-year-old starting pitcher, that would have been cool. That pitch is inside for a ball. Did not have Max Scherzer starting Game 7 of the World Series. I don't think anybody did. I don't think you would ever have anyone over 40 starting a World Series game. Maybe that's a good bet to have next year. That one is hit. It's going to get past the diving shortstop. The Mets are going to walk it off for their first win. They score 3 with 2 outs. Oh my goodness. What a way to get your first victory. What a win. Wow, that was fun. We've gone deep in both of the games that we've had today in New York. Betancourt, your player of the game, 3 for 3. He has an RBI, 3 singles. Just doing his job. New York Mets 4, Colorado Rockies 3. Chris Sampson gets the win. Improves to 1-1. Jensen Lewis goes to 0-1. Victorino with his first home run for Colorado. LOL Mets. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that. Well, we don't have to watch the Mets for a while. We were going to watch them until they won. And they won today. All right. We are moving on to the... What did I write down? It was the... Oh, I lost my note page. Royals and Twins. Oh, I usually catch up on scores. That's okay. Royals taking on the Twins. I don't think we've seen either of these teams in a little bit. Not like watching the Mets 3 days in a row. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Do you want to edit this, though? Two pretty wild games to start our evening. As we head to Minnesota, the Cover Athlete Stadium, Target Field. Joe Mauer. How much did State Farm pay to be just all over this game? Player to watch, Dexter Fowler. 417 average. Play baseball and they got a trophy. Oh, nicely done. They're wearing some kind of throwbacky uniforms, unless that was their normal uniform back in 2011. Austin Jackson, the right fielder. It's not, because he's the Cover Athlete, whatever. Center fielder Austin Jackson leading off for the Kansas City Royals. Third baseman Palacio Polanco. Placido. Mark Teixeira at first. Travis Snyder in right field. Brian McCann at catcher. Alexi Ramirez, the shortstop. Left fielder Josh Willingham. Second baseman Neil Walker. Designated hitter Alex Gonzalez. Placido Polanco. Joel Pinheiro. 1 game No loss, or 1 win, no losses in 1 game. 3 innings pitched and zeros. Pretty much just across the board. Austin Jackson leading off here. Seattle looking to tie the Rams for the best. That's hit sharply to third base. Nice grab and fire over to first. Seattle looking to tie the Rams for first place of the NFC West. A very competitive division, minus the Arizona Cardinals. Sorry, Cardinals. Placido. I'm throwing some extra letters in his name. So top 1 away. That one is fouled off. Foul. 0-1 with 1 out. That one is low. Here comes the 1-1. That one's inside. 2-1. Oof. Got to settle down from the last game. That one misses low, so 3-1. This is where the computer likes to get really aggressive. Some of those pitches not particularly competitive. That one's inside. So ball 4. Good eye for Kansas City, and we have a quick out and a long walk. Mark Teixeira. With 1 on and 1 out, the lefty steps in. That pitch misses low. The catcher really held on to that ball. Least favorite team. I do not like Houston. Sure, it's more of a divisional sort of thing. Don't like Houston. Fouled away. One and 2. Like, some teams have like a natural annoyance, but sometimes, yeah, because I guess in football, I hate the Dallas Cowboys, though. Like, I loathe the Dallas Cowboys. But I also just can't stand the Chicago Bears, but I don't know who I would be more annoyed if the Packers lost to the Bears than when they lose to the Cowboys, which they haven't done in a while, So yeah, Houston. I think part of what makes that Springer home run so painful is it felt like everything kind of fell into place for Seattle this year. New York got taken out by Toronto. They were able to get to that second spot with other teams kind of stumbling in front of them. It's just, it felt like it lined up a little bit better. Because I know that they're not the best team in the world. They have a tendency to swing at a lot of pitches, and they really like to strike out. But I hate the Astros because they cheated, but like I also hate them because Seattle just has so much trouble with them. Like, it's just so annoying to watch. It just feels like you You can just see how those games are going to go. That was the one really weird year. I think it was 2022 when Seattle made the playoffs, where they would just get, as Teixeira walks here. A couple of walks issued here for the Twins pitcher. There was a series in Houston in the later part of the season where Seattle managed to escape with like one win, like 2-1. But they had gotten knocked apart like 13-2 and 15-1 or something. Just like, I'm just tired of this team. I am tired of Jose Altuve. Of course, they have Yordan Alvarez and Framber Valdez. I'm just like, God damn it. The annoying team is still good. Great. The Astros didn't even make the playoffs. Ugh. Astros are better hitters on the road in 2017. Yeah, that's the weird stat that I appreciate people reminding. I guess my point was like, yeah, you can not like them for the cheating thing, but also like, as a person who has to watch a lot of Astros and really appreciates the balanced schedule because I don't have to see or play against the Astros as much in MLB The Show, it's a little more, it's personal. I hate playing in that godforsaken stadium. Oh, I hate it. The Crawford boxes and the stupid high walls. Oh, I hate it. Dexter Fowler, center fielder, leads off the Minnesota Twins. The switch hitter, Yunel Escobar. The shortstop, Kendry Morales at first. Marcus Thames in left field. Lance Berkman in right. Chase Utley at second. Yadier Molina, catcher. Melvin Morris at third. Roger Bernardina, the designated hitter. They were a great team. It sucks, but they were. Yeah, I can hate great teams. I can hate great teams. I can, as much as I can hate players who hog the rocket launcher in Halo. I get it. You're better than me. I still hate you. Luke Overture? 0-1 with a 1.80 ERA. Why are those stats so quick to disappear? 1 game, 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. That'll bring in Dexter Fowler. So Dexter Fowler leads off. That one sails high. Their pitching was immaculate that year. No one talks about that because of the stupid trash cans. Pitching staff deserves its flowers. Was 2017 the year that they traded for Verlander? And that he had like a very small amount. He had a very small amount of time to make that life-changing decision. He had until like midnight. Something. I seem to remember the story being is that one is hit out to center, bobbled a little bit, out by a couple of steps, even though he gives the safe sign. Escobar only a 100 average, which is not what you want from your number 2 hitter, considering you're getting at least 1 at-bat every game. That is just past the diving third baseman. There's a nice piece of contact. Royals and Twins. It's one of those things where you just wish that it wasn't something so stupid that they got in trouble for. You're just like, what are you doing? Like, what? What a dumb thing to do. One out, 1 on here for the Minnesota Twins in the bottom of the first. That pitch stays high for a ball. It's so dumb. It's fun to, like, make fun of and everything, like, kind of, but I don't know. Should have took their trophy. I think The Astros, I don't know. Like, I don't know. There's no way to really go back. I mean, I guess they vacate wins in college football, but people know. And it'll fade into obscurity. I don't know. I'm gonna hop up and grab a drink. Real quick. I keep forgetting that the clocks didn't get switched back. Everything but the microwave. It didn't cheat in the playoffs because it was too loud. The buzzer thing is stupid. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Altuve is proven to not like trash cans. I forgot about the whole buzzer thing too. The whole story's odd and really dumb. That one goes foul. But and I guess, like, to your point, the fact that, like, there aren't a ton of people that used them, and, like, stuff just kind of, like, visually looks weird. It just makes it dumber. More frustrating. This one's knocked out to center. Center fielder waits under it and is out. And puts away out number 3. Ramirez, Willingham, and Walker coming in as the Twins and the Royals are tied at 0. We're going top 2. Alexi Ramirez. Imagine Aaron Judge on the Mariners. No, thank you. New York can have him. Chapman threw like 6 sliders in a row. Go look at that at bat. If buzzer, why didn't he swing all the time? And then also Chapman said he wasn't throwing his fastball because he was gassed and knew it. Fair? I guess Aaron Judge on the Mariners would be interesting because there's the there's the, like, no one can hit in Seattle sort of thing, even though Cal Raleigh hit 60 home runs, but I digress. That one over a leaping second baseman all the way to the wall in center. He'll go for 2 as the throw is cut off. Stand-up double to lead off the top of the second. Double fist cheer. There you go. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the Mariners have the budget for Aaron Judge. What are Aaron Judge's stats in Seattle? He plays 3 games a year in Seattle. Seattle gets New York really early in the season next year. And much to my annoyance, I have to play in Baltimore 4 times next year in the regular season, and I hate it. Aaron Judge stats. Seattle stats. Aaron Judge has a .322 batting average with 29 hits, 11 home runs, 26 RBIs, and 21 runs scored in 25 games versus the Mariners on the road in his career. So I don't know. The batting walls, batting at eyes at an angle, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't have one of those nifty offered or nifty deferred contracts. He gets paid now. 1 and 2. Runner on second for Kansas City here in the top of the second. Nobody out. That one gets past the diving second baseman that time. They'll wave him around third. It's cut off, and not really much of a play there. Just barely gets into second with the slide, and the run scores. So 1-0 Kansas City here in the top of the second. Aaron Judge get hit in Seattle. Story's boring. I think they get a collection of batters that like to swing. As much as I love Eugenio, boy does he love to swing. Alex Gonzalez, no average, zeros across the board. Still 1 on and 2 out. They did not advance the runner from second to third as that pitch stays outside. That pitch is low for a ball. So 2-0 count here. Ooh, thought about swinging, but it was in for a strike regardless. 2-1. Actually, hopefully, I will get to go see the Mariners play the Kansas City Royals, which would be fun. Bobby Witt Jr., that one is crushed out to center. That will be a run-scoring single. And the Royals take a 2-0 lead. Big Salvi. Bobby Witt Jr. Would be cool to see. Austin Jackson, 0 for 1 on the day. Do I think Cal Raleigh will have 60 home runs next year? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That one is hit hard, but foul. That is a once in a lifetime achievement. I don't even think Aaron Judge has a multiple. Arson Judge because of the tweet. That is flipped to second and thrown to first for the double play. It ends the inning. But the Royals score 2 on 3 hits. Berkman, Utley, and Molina stepping in. Aaron Judge stats. Career stats. Yeah, pitches in for a strike. Home runs. Aaron Judge hasn't even done 60 home runs twice. I don't think Cal Raleigh will do it in back-to-back seasons. Unless they can build a lineup that gets... I mean, because Cal Raleigh still doesn't have a super great average. You can get him out. Yeah, I don't think there's any chance of it. I mean, there's always a chance. You can't say that there's no chance. I just don't think it's very likely. I mean, Chase Utley's going to step in here for the Minnesota Twins with a 400 average. Still down 2. Pitcher winds and fires inside. Brushes him back, and it's 1-0. That one is swung on and late. 1-1. That game, I imagine, going final in Washington. It is 38-14 the final, so go Hawks. They bring in a backup quarterback? They did not. Okay. Sam Darnold has 3 incompletions on the day, one of them an interception. But still throws 4 touchdowns. If you had to pick a team with superstars, who will you pick at all positions? Let's see. It's going to be probably a little Seattle slanted. It's over the outstretched arm of the right fielder. That'll turn it into a double. Because I'll take Griffey in center, and I'd put Ichiro in right. And I mean, I don't know. Speaking of Yadier Molina, I like him as a catcher. Shohei Ohtani. Have you ever seen the, I believe it's a secret base video where they did an entire team of Ohtanis? He plays every position. The video rocks. So the Twins get a double. So they have their bloop. If they can get their blast, they can tie this one up. It's a 1-1 count with 1 away, 1 on the bottom of the second. That is hit well, but way foul. Yeah, just give me 9 Shoheis. You know what? Give me 8 Shoheis and a Ken Griffey Jr. in center. 1-2 count. Big swing and a miss from Yadier Molina. That is out number 2. Got him to chase on a pitch outside. Slider. That missed. Okay. Didn't give us the location. All right. Break 9 inches at 84 miles an hour. Real life Ohtani's smarter than game Ohtani's? Well, yeah. Ohtani hit the home run at a Dodger Stadium. Oh no, what a bad break for the Twins. It is popped sky high for out number 3. Twins put a runner on with just 1 away, but they can't cash him in. Polanco, Teixeira, and Snyder coming up for Kansas City in the top of the 3rd. 8 Ohtani and Pudge Rodriguez. 162-0. Pitcher winds and fires low. Fouled away. 1-1. That is hit right up the middle for a base hit. I love it. It only loads in one of the logos. If that's MLB The Show 25, that hit is robbed by that stupid spin animation. And it's me setting a controller down and screaming in the corner. It's my favorite baseball movie. Oh boy. I don't think I have one. Oh, I guess The Sandlot's kind of the easy answer. Off the top of my head, I can only think of The Sandlot and The Rookie, which I don't remember liking The Rookie very much. I feel like baseball movies these days are pretty few and far between. 1-1. One on, nobody out. That pitch way inside. Nice job by the catcher to make sure that doesn't get past him. Oh, you know what? A League of Their Own. I kind of forget that movie exists. It's like just a hair outside of my, like, age range. But I remember we had that on VHS. A League of Their Own. 92. Yeah, that would have only been 2 when that came out. That is into the corner. They will hold him at third, and it's a double. Sandlot, Major Leagues. Ephus. They're going to bring in a new pitcher. Oh, you know what? I have actually heard of this one. How are we feeling about the bench warmers? Yeah, I think I saw some stuff about this on, like, Instagram ads. Was it 100% fresh on? I guess there were some in, like, the early 90s kind of kid movies, because you say Angels in the Outfield, Rookie of the Year. Oh, 42. Miss you, Chadwick Boseman. Fires that one inside. Ephus is a great movie. Watch it if you haven't. I will put it on a list. We're gonna work on a back. Yeah. I don't think I spelled that right. Baseball. Just. We're gonna work on the backlog in 2026. Big swing and a miss. Nice pitch. Hits him to Chase. 2-2, nobody out. 2 runners in scoring position. 42 is great too. That'll work for me. I don't necessarily need a movie about... Like, I love Remember the Titans. That is a 2-run double. The Twins are just kind of getting spanked around here a little bit. Brian McCann, 0-1. Oh, God. How are there so many batters who don't have a hit yet? It's been a week. It's been over a week. That is crushed out to left. They are going to hold him at third. And a pretty good throw in. We'll mark down 42 as well. One and oh. 2-1. Minnesota's got to get. Why that guy didn't swing? Uh-oh. That is hit up the third baseline, but foul. So 2-2, nobody out. Well, I mean, I know what it's about. Got him right at the bottom of the zone. Do they call that a swing? Let's see. It looks like they just called it a strike. He definitely held it back. All right, there you go. There's your There's your one out. Get out of here as minimal damage as possible. It's an uphill battle regardless, because you were already down 2. You've given up 2 more. Gotta get a ground ball double play here. These one out at a time innings are crushing these teams. That was a weird thing. Bull Durham. I'm going to guess that was before my time. Oh, they're going to get another just single out. Center fielder's going to have an opportunity to throw out the runner heading for home. It's cut off, and he doesn't even try. Bull. Not Vol. Bull. Ooh, there you go. 1988, just out of my life. June 15th, 1988. Oh, they're playing it on True TV. Nice. So 2 away, but it scores a run. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. You got to get those ground ball double plays. 2 in the first, 3 in the second. Nope, that's not right. 3 in the third, 2 in the second. Moneyball. That one lined out to right. That'll keep the Royals in business and keep them moving station to station. That pitch was just way too up there. That was the Jonah Hill Academy Awards run that he had between that and Wolf of Wall Street. 2 outs. That one just off the end of the bat. First baseman, acrobatic throw to first to the pitcher covering, and finally the Twins get out of it. But they give up 3 in the top of the third. 8 hits for Kansas City. It's going to be up to Bernardina, Fowler, and Escobar. The Twins want to keep this game rolling, which, if you ask your lovely host, he probably doesn't want that to happen. We don't need 3 extra inning games in a row. Moneyball never mentioned Barry Zito once. It's quite a disingenuous movie. I have no opinion. Oof, big swing and a miss. That was a pitch that did not... That was a pitch that missed its location. That is a swing and a miss. I think that's maybe the best thing some of those based on a true story movies can do, is make you research it a little bit more. Dive deeper, go like, hey, that was pretty entertaining, I want to learn more about it. And then you go learn more about it and you're like, that wasn't really how it was, huh? I know that the real life, like, people that played on the Titans for Remember the Titans do not like that movie, but they have to combine so many different characteristics, and you only have 2 hours. I can't get to know 50 people. Favorite MLB The Show game? I've only put significant time into 21 through 25, but I would go with one of the more recent years. I really like the addition of the pinpoint pitching, because I don't like any of the timing stuff, and I don't really care for the analog stick, like the pull back and go. So I would go with one of the more recent years. I think 23, 24, 25 have the pinpoint pitching, so I'd pick any one of those. Maybe 23 or 24, because I didn't win a World Series this year. No. But it'll be MLB The Show 26 when Big Dumper's on the cover. It did not go. One of the rare checks down to the side. Or check with the umpire. 2-0 count. 1 away. That is hit and thrown out at first. 2 gone. Miguel Escobar, 1 for 1 with a single on the day. 2 away. That one is low. I know the critical darlings of MLB The Show are 2010 and 2011, but I think they've settled into a nice groove, which is maybe not the best thing in the world to say about a sports game, but it is definitely better than a lot of the other sports stuff. That hits the base of the ball out in left center. Stand up double with 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd. Their monetization isn't terrible. If they just brought back season mode, I'd be very happy. If they brought back season mode and they made their stats actually matter, that'd be great. They also have to change the logic of the game as well. But that's also one very, very specific use case, and I understand why it doesn't exist. One and 0 with 2 out. Minnesota looking to stay alive here. They need a lot to happen. And there is no room for error. But we did just see something wild in that Mets game, so who knows? That one's low. 3-0 count for the righty. Or I guess the lefty batter, righty pitcher. This has got to be a take. You cannot swing at 3-0 with 2 outs in the final inning. It's just a strike on the outside. That is foul up the first base side. That is ball 4. Okay. Gotta get used to those camera angles. I did really like MLB The Show 17. But the pinpoint pitching rocks. So he gives up the walk. There are 2 on, but 2 outs. You don't want to let this team back in, but you're 1 out away from getting out of it. Oh my goodness, a no doubt crush. Oh, it's off the foul pole. It's off the foul pole. 17 was my fave. It's a good one. I kind of am a sucker for a leveling system. And I feel like that was the last time they had a universal offline leveling system. Everything now is connected to the what's it called? Diamond Dynasty. Kind of sucks. But I played a lot of 17. I even bought the collector's edition for Griffey. Okay. Is today going to get much weirder than it already has? It's 5-3. A no doubt 3-run shot makes this at least a game. Bloop and a blast can tie it. That one missed. Low. I thought about it, but held his swing back. That one missed. 3-0. 2-1. 2-1. That one misses inside. So a 3-1 count here. as it's all of a sudden getting real funky in Minnesota. Pitcher's ready. Winds and fires. That one, ooh, just caught the outside for a strike. Full count. Is there an MLB The Show that anybody like just despises? That is going to go to third base. Fires over to first. The game is over. But not before Minnesota at least made it interesting. Kansas City was just a little too much. And that's why you start talking about those one-out innings becoming a real problem. They got an extra run on a sacrifice fly to center. Meant that the Twins had a 5-run deficit rather than a 4. Travis Snyder, your player of the game. Looks like he may be a little sunburned in that photo. 1 for 1 with a double. He knocked in 2. 2 in the second, 3 in the third. Luke Hochevar. He is 1-1 after the win. Joel Pinheiro is 1-1 after the loss. 19 was my least fave. Sorry, I missed the end of the game. But did the Mets lose the 0 in the win column? They won in one of the wildest. It's unreal. Times with his second home run. Off the foul pole. Pretty cool. The Mets have a win, everybody. The Mets have a win. The Mets have a win. Be excited. Be proud of them. It was like LOL Mets in kind of a fun way. But I don't despise it. I mean, it's fair. It's fair to just go like, this is my least favorite, but I don't hate it. I don't despise it. All right, last game of the day is Cardinals Brewers. Actually, let's get caught up on some scores here. We watched the Red Sox take out the Yankees 2-1 in extras. The Rays, beat the Orioles 2-1. So that means that the Yankees and the Orioles are tied. The Red Sox are up there because the Guardians take out the Blue Jays 3-0. The Nationals over the Braves 3-2. The Mets, they get a 4-3 kind of improbable win over the Rockies. One of the more bizarre games. I would not be surprised if that's our game of the week this week. Unreal. The Phillies improved to 7-1 with a 1-0 victory over the Marlins. Pirates are 5-2 after beating the Astros 1-0. White Sox over the Tigers 3-0. We just watched the Royals knock out the Twins 5-3. We have Cardinals Brewers coming up next because it is going to be a Clayton Kershaw. And the pitcher for the Cardinals has like a 21 ERA. 21.6 ERA. Both pitchers 0-1 on the season. That's where that ERA is going to get really interesting. I played a bunch of MLB The Show 20 as well. The old Cleveland logo just looks more and more. Yeah, it's bad. It's the one thing that I kind of go like, I don't want to go. Do I want to go back? Just give me season mode so it's all just like clean and we can move on. It's so bad, and it's hard to believe that at one point it looked worse back in the 40s. Oh, they have the slide out there. One of my favorite clips is when that Dodgers reporter gets injured. He slides down it and he hits the wall. And it's just such a good cut because he hits the wall and he's you can tell he's in pain, and then they just cut to him and it's in a sling. Oh man, it's so funny. Well, welcome to Milwaukee. Alex Rios is going to lead off, center fielder for the St. Louis Cardinals. Ronnie Polino at catcher. Hanley Ramirez at shortstop. Manny Ramirez out in left field. Chipper Jones at third base. Mark DeRosa at designated hitter. Tyler Colvin at right field. Troy Glaus at first base. And Aaron Hill at second. So only one true lefty. But again, we had the kind of weird thing where there were a lot of righty hitters for the Boston Red Sox. Clayton Kershaw is a lefty. No wins, 1 loss, 7.71 ERA, 1 game, 2.1 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts for him. The reporter wasn't ready for the speed. I don't think anybody is. Maybe the mascot. The person in the mascot costume. They let people up there, don't they? So Kershaw, who retired this year and looked like he was warming up in Game 7 of that World Series, which would have been a very interesting decision if they had gotten to that point, but Yoshinobu Yamamoto just going like, hey, I will throw until my arm falls off. I threw, 90-something pitches the previous day? He threw like another 40 or whatnot. Check and see if Yamamoto, or Yoshinobu, Yamamoto. We need to check and see, is he a machine? Is he part machine? Kershaw will be a first ballot Hall of Famer as he gives up a hit there, up the middle. The Milwaukee Brewers, or the former Seattle Pilots. They unfortunately got swept out of the playoffs by the Dodgers. Was hoping that would be a better series than it was. Do you think it'll be a no doubt first ballot Hall of Fame, or do you think it'll be like kind of closer to like not making it? Because like Ken Griffey Jr. or Ichiro or Mariano Rivera, they are like not even a question, 99% plus, versus some guys who are like, oh, they got enough. It'd be interesting to see how. I mean, because he gets. I don't even want to bring it up, so I won't. The question is going to be is how much does the postseason factor in? But he's such a workhorse that it shouldn't matter. Hanley Ramirez, he's batting .400 on the season. He'll be over 90%. Okay. We'll check back in 5 years. 1 on, 1 out for the St. Louis Cardinals here in the top of the first of game number 4. That pitch is in for a strike. I'd have to imagine he'd be really high. I just think sometimes people can be real snobby in an annoying way. Like the fact that, was it Rivera had didn't have one vote because he wasn't abrasive enough for some garbage? What are you talking about? 0-2. That is a swing and a miss. And 2 set down by Kershaw. I mean, we're talking about some of the people who are the best at their position of all time who are not getting in 100%. So 2 outs here. Ramirez steps in and looks at a ball. 1-0. Fires back over to first. We have not seen a successful pickoff yet. Much like the slide animation for the runners, the throw over animation just seems like there's a little bit of a delay there. But the lefty sets. He fires in for a strike. 80 WAR as a pitcher, even with a long career. That's amazing. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Kershaw fires. Ramirez swings and misses. One and two. It's my favorite restaurant. I don't have one. Two and two. Two away. Kershaw sets. Fires that one low. Fills up the count. Well, looks like they're going for the hit and run. Makes sense to put him into motion with the full count. Ramirez fouls it off. See if they want to put him in motion again. The crowd noise says yes. The frame rate says no. It's the third time that we've seen a ball go up the first base line. The game has just gone... 3 and 2. Runners in motion again, but Ramirez gets under this one. He'll head to third and round home, but it is out number 3. So leadoff hit given up by Kershaw, but settles down and gets the next 3. No problem. There's a St. Louis Cardinal playing for the Milwaukee Brewers. Brian Roberts is going to get things started for the Milwaukee Brewers at second base. David Freese over at third. Right fielder Jason Kubel. First baseman Luke Scott, a couple of lefties in the 3 and 4 spot. Shortstop Jimmy Rollins, he hits switch. Left fielder Vernon Wells, catcher Ryan Hannigan, designated hitter Angel Sanchez, and center fielder Niger Morgan. Oh, that's right. Ramirez plays for Tampa Bay in this game. I forgot. Ricky Romero. Those stats are gone immediately. Immediately gone. See if I can get it on the replay through the YouTube. 0-1 with a 21.60 ERA, 1 game, 1.2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 walk, no strikeouts. Technically did not. Boy, it's up there and gone quick. So another lefty starter for each side. That pitch just gets the outside part of the plate for strike number 1. Owen 1. Misses outside for a ball. That pitch misses outside. The lefty fires, but the first baseman does a nice job covering his position. One of the hot corners. And 1 away. That pitch misses inside for ball one. That one is hit right side of second base. Second baseman to first baseman. Out number 2. Okay, they didn't have his name. I was waiting for the pronunciation of the last name, Kubel, and it quit on me. Batting next. You figure it out. Takes that pitch outside. Little lefty-lefty matchup here with the 3-hole hitter. That is nice grab by the first baseman. And the pitcher covers for out number 3. So everything went to that right side, or the right field side of the infield. And they didn't lose. Chipper Jones is going to lead things off. 375 average, 1 home run, 5 RBI already in the season. Kershaw back out for his second inning of work. Catcher sets up outside. Try to get him to chase, but he holds. Watches that one go for a ball. Kershaw fires pitch number 2. Picked nicely on the hop, and that is out number 1. Mark DeRosa, batting .750. So Kershaw doing a nice job. Gave up the leadoff hit, and it's been shut down central since. 4 consecutive set down. Falls behind again in the top of the second, 1-0. Misses that one high, 2-0. Sequence was pretty good. Went with that big curveball on the outside, and then fastball a little more in, and just kind of got him to go hit over the top of it. That one fouled at the first base side. 2-1. That one fouled up the third base side. 2-2. That one misses in the dirt, blocked nicely. Didn't really need the animation because no one's on base, but alright. He's prepared regardless. We can't be mad at the preparation. Kershaw gets him to roll over that one. Third baseman across the diamond. A long throw is in time for out number 2. I was worried that I was going to jinx Kershaw. I jinxed the New York Mets earlier today. Tyler Colvin, looking good so far this season. But now has to face Kershaw as a lefty. Not a fun matchup for anyone. Kershaw. Ooh, boy, lucky he didn't hit him. That was right at the shoulder. So Kershaw has fallen behind every batter here in the second. That one's going to get up the middle. So I guess a bit of a delayed jinx. But he fell behind every batter so far. 1-0 in this inning. And the lefty gets the best of him. So 1 on with 2 away. That one in for a strike. Hey, reverse jinx. I helped him. Did he give up a hit because of me? Maybe. That one missed outside. And hit. That one is a nice stroke into right center field. They should set him around third, no problem. They do. Cut off, and he won't even make a throw in. He just runs it. So a couple of 2-out knocks for the St. Louis Cardinals give them a 1-0 lead in the top of the second. And I said I helped, and then I jinxed him again. I jinxed him into the hit. I jinxed him into the strike to lead, and then I jinxed him into the 2-out RBI double. Triple jinx? 3 jinxes, you're out as a commentator? Is that how that works? And yet again, Kershaw falls behind. It's the 5th batter he's faced, as he will advance to third on that one. That one just kind of bopped away. That one's in for a strike. Two and one. That one misses high. 3-1. Here's where the computer likes to get real aggressive. 3-1 counts. Kershaw managed to set 5 in a row down, but he is having trouble getting this third and final out here in the top of the second. I've jinxed him 3 times. That one missed outside for ball 4. So, runners on the corners. Well off the plate. Man, are we excited for the challenges next year. Alex Rios, 1 for 1 with a single. All right, Kershaw. Does he go 1-0 or 0-1? I'm going to say he's going 1-0. And I was correct. So 5 of the 6 batters that he has faced have looked at a 1-0 count. Making him work in this inning. Sets, winds, fires. That is hit out to center. And finally is out number 3. St. Louis scores 1, but Strand 2. Scott, Rollins, and Wells coming up for Milwaukee in the bottom half of inning number 2. That is hit well out to center field. Nice job to respond right away for Milwaukee. Put a little contact on it. Get on base. Jimmy Rollins, the .500 average so far this season. Good opportunity to put up his first RBI Try and tie this game. Get that run back as quickly as possible. The lefty fires high, 1-0. That one, ooh, hits the big swing and a miss at a pitch. Low, probably in the dirt. That one misses low. Got the chase on the previous pitch, trying to see if he could get it again. Nice job by the Brewers batter. That one's fouled away. Two and two. Here comes the lefty. It is hit well up or out to center fielder. They are going first to third. Center fielder throws it in and just late or a touch offline. He has a little more urgency to get that ball in. He can probably beat the runner there. That'll bring in Vernon Wells. Oh boy, that pitch was dangerous. Thankfully he missed it outside. Crowd comes to life here. 2 on. Nobody out. Oh, foul ball. Hit hard, but couldn't keep it fair. 1-1. 2 on. Nobody out. Looking for that run right back. That's inside for ball 2. That one misses low. Boy, he is... This feels like that little curveball that he's throwing in there is really dangerous. 3-1. Pitcher is ready. That's inside, and it loads the bases. So he's worked himself into quite the jam here. There's still nobody out. He's going to bring in Ryan Hannigan, 167 average. That is past the third baseman. That's going to score 1. They're going to send him around third. It should score 2. It'll be runners on the corners with a 2 RBI single. There you go. That's a good time to get some of those zeros into numbers. That's 2 RBI. That boosts that average a little bit. And the Brewers still very much in business. That one stays high. Ball 1. Good eye for Milwaukee. That one stays outside. Another good take for Milwaukee. 2-0. That one. It's a nice pitch. Gets that inside part of the plate. Ooh, thought about swinging, and he did not go. I don't know if it's just me or if that animation feels very slow. The camera cuts over, he like moves, and he's like, wait, hold on, I gotta make my call. He's got to warm up. He has to stretch it out. Did not go. 3-1. I think they're going to trade 2 outs for a run here. So the Twin Killer scores 3-1 Brewers. Didn't really have a shot at the plate, and the hard slide doesn't throw the covering. The second baseman doesn't throw him off enough. A big inning nonetheless. That is... Whoa! I thought that was going to get past the pitcher. That's a controller dropper if I've ever seen it. But Milwaukee scores 3. Polino, Ramirez, and Ramirez. Ramirez and Ramirez sounds like a law firm. Have you been hurt by a home run? Has it ripped your heart in half? Call Ramirez and Ramirez. We'll give you a hug. Hit over to the shortstop. Sails it! It stays in play, so it does not advance the runner, but my goodness, that should have been out number 1. I don't know what is happening. If my console is set to Halloween or what, but it has been a freaky night of baseball here on youtube.com/ShotOfSourceRex. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. That is hit out to right. The right fielder gives chase. It is caught for out number 1. They'll throw it into the cutoff man. Nice play by Kubel. Manny Ramirez. 250 average. Looking for a big hit here. 1 on, 1 out. They have the bloop. They need the blast to tie. That one stays outside, so Kershaw falls behind the batter again. Been a problem for him in this one. It's been a tricky St. Louis lineup. A lot of righties there. That's a strike inside. Kershaw nods his head and gets set. Gets the swing and the miss from Ramirez over the top low. Low pitch. Apple bottom jeans. Kershaw went low. That is popped foul. Out of the frame, back in frame. And foul ball. 1-2 count with 1 out. 1 on for Ramirez. That pitch stays outside. 2-2. Pitcher's ready and fires. Ooh, dangerous curveball. Good eye by Ramirez, as that one stayed outside. That one stays in, or goes inside. Ball 4. So Ramirez works a walk for Chipper Jones, who has 1 home run on the year and a good average. Keep in mind that runner on second probably shouldn't be there, but the throw was sailed over to first base. Should have been a pretty routine play. Kershaw falls behind again, 1-0. Gets the inside part of the zone for strike one. Flattens the count out. Oh, Jones. It's bobbled by the third baseman. He'll go to first. Oh, my goodness. The Brewers should be out of this game. It should be a win. Wow. So 2 away. Kershaw, that's the important batter to get ahead on. 2 away. Looking for one more out to get out of this. Runners on second and third. He winds, he fires, it's fouled away, 0-2. 1 strike away. Kershaw gets the signs, sets himself, winds, fires, it's to the third baseman, he has it. It is out number 3 by a step. Milwaukee wins. Third baseman makes up for it. It got a little scary for the Brewers there as they left 2 outs on the field. A bobble by the third baseman could have probably turned 2, and you wouldn't have even really needed that to turn 2 if the shortstop doesn't sail a pitch to first base. So, a funky one. But the Milwaukee Brewers do indeed get the victory. Player of the game is Clayton Kershaw. Curtin Clayshaw. He improves to 1-1. Ricky Romero drops to 0-2. All runs scored in the second inning. 1 by St. Louis, but 3 in a nice response inning for Milwaukee. We'll take a look at the player of the game. 3 innings, 3 hits, 2 strikeouts on the day. Oh, do they have... Yeah, Brewers only get charged with 1 error because I guess it would have been a fielder's choice on that other one, so... 15 total batters faced. 2 walks. A good outing for Curtin Clayshaw. I think that's his evil twin is Curtin Clayshaw. All right. That is game number 4. Let's sim through the dates. Oh, good. The Mariners won 6-5. Hell yeah. All right. Let's get you caught up. We were down here for Cubs-Reds. The Cubs, they win at home to improve to 3-4. They get a 4-1 victory over the Reds. The Brewers, making that NL Central real tight. They improve to 3-4 with a 3-1 victory over the Cardinals. The Athletics take out the Rangers 2-1. Dodgers beat the Padres 5-0, flat at 4. Diamondbacks are 4-4 following a loss to the San Francisco Giants 4-1. So that NL West, is getting real tight. Oh God, sorry. And then we heard about it, but the Mariners win 6-5 over the Angels. So while I'm thinking about it, let's save real quick. Let's take a quick look at the standings. Be well, friend. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Be well. Have a good day tomorrow. I'll be back live at 6 p.m. tomorrow. 4 more games. We'll be watching, commentating, hanging out, chatting, all that good stuff. Hope everybody has a good night. I'm kind of curious on some of these divisions, if you're curious as well. Because I think it's really tight. And that's what I like about especially the idea of the random rosters, is it feels like everything should be flatter. Like, not everyone's going to perform as well or poorly, but it should hopefully should make it tight. Then, of course, you have the 1-6 New York Mets, so the hell am I talking about? Let's go around the league and look at the standings real quick. Okay. Mariners 5-2, Rangers half a game back. The Central, separated by 2 games. Granted, it's early, but Orioles are back. Red Sox on top. Rays, Yankees, Blue Jays. All right. Okay, that's what I was curious about. The Giants are 1 game back. Everybody else is 4-4. They're 3-5, and they're in a division series right now, so they can, with a little bit of help, and if they play well, they can give themselves, they can help themselves. Is it a full 182 or 162? No, it is 82 games. 82 games over, I believe it's 93 total days or something like that. So I have it in my notes here. I think it's in here. Yes, let's see. Start 82 game season. It runs from April 1st to July 4th. Total days 95, but you minus 3 for the All-Star break, so yeah, 92 days for the 82 game season. Let's see. It's tight here in the Central. That's what you like to see. 2.5 games separating. Pirates getting out to a good start. And then the National League East is the only one that's funky, but it has a team that's playing exceptionally well and a team that's playing exceptionally poorly. And that's kind of the difference. So that'll be fun. All right. That'll do it. We'll be back tomorrow. 4 more games of action for you here on youtube.com/SeanOsaurusRex for a Monday evening stream, 6 p.m. Pacific time. If you haven't already. Normal playoff structure for 2011. Yes, I did not tinker with anything, so it'll be 5-7-7. But I did a little testing and a little research on it, and it's kind of annoying. But that's a whole other problem. Mike Leake, I think he ended up playing for the Mariners at one point. I liked watching him pitch because he pitched quickly. All right. Thank you again so much for watching and hanging out. It was a long stream day today, so I appreciate all the views and the hanging out. If you watched, if you're lurking, I appreciate it. Chatting, I appreciate it. Thanks for keeping me company on this lovely Sunday night. We'll see you tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific time, right here on the channel. Good sports, go baseball, and we'll see you soon. Good night, everybody.